Texas is the one state that is currently under attack. However, it is the United States that is going to experience all of the pain. Now, according to experts, the United States, all 50 states, are going to feel the pain very soon. And the reason for this has nothing to do with the amount of people coming into the United States, but has everything to do with who is coming into the United States. I'm going to address that in just a moment, but some say that a war in the Middle East is likely to spark additional controversy here in the United States. So, I will break down what is going on in just a moment. All I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So let's just start off by saying that a war between the United States and any country is going to be very problematic to the Biden administration and to the U.S. southern border. Here's the reason why we are now discussing this. There was an attack on U.S. troops just this past weekend. 3 people lost their lives and more than 30 people were critically injured. This now means the Biden administration must make some type of response, must move forward and have some type of retaliation planned. Well, they do. But the worry is, what if they spark a war between the United States and Iran? Well, that's always a possibility. But with an open border and with the United States having an open border over the past few years, the real concern isn't what is going to happen in the Middle East. The real concern at this point is what happens here on our homeland. Are people already infiltrated into the United States? Do we know where some Iranian potential terrorists are at? No, we have no clue. But listen to this. It says Biden's response to Jordan attack is likely to be powerful, but the U.S. is wary of triggering a wider war with Iran. Well, that is most likely going to be the only way forward. Now, the Biden administration is looking at other possible, retaliatory, methods that where we do not trigger a war. But are they going to have the same effect? And will they stop any additional attacks? Well, that we don't know. But we're going to find out. Now, here's where many Republicans and Democrats are coming together and saying that, well, the best thing we can do at this point, if we are going to go to a war, we have to secure the U.S. southern border. Well, here's the thing. According to many, it says the new border deal gives the president big new powers. However, conservatives say it doesn't go far enough. They don't believe it will be good enough. I want to read this to you, okay? Because this is important. It says under the proposal, as described by 2 sources briefed on the talks, the president would be permitted to temporarily halt new asylum claims by foreigners who arrive in the United States anywhere other than the official port of entry if border crossings reach 4,000 a day over a 2-week period. Originally, it was supposed to be a 1-week period. They moved it up. It says federal officials could then quickly turn back those migrants to Mexico without a hearing. Such a shutdown would become mandatory if the daily number of crossings reached an average of 5,000 over a week or 8,500 in one day. So these are where all the numbers are coming out of, okay? So if we reach over 4,000 over a 2-week period, we can shut it down. 5,000 over a 1-week period, shut it down. Over 8,500 in a single day, shut it down. However, again, the U.S. experienced over 10,000 border crossings, illegal border crossings, just in December. But here's where Republicans and conservatives are saying that this is where the deal falls apart. It says there's also a cap on the number of days the emergency authority can be used in a year. That's the problem. Let's say it's only 30. Let's say the Biden administration can only shut the border down for 30 days. Guess what? After that 31st day, we got to open back up. But why is that a big issue, right? This is something that we've done before. This is similar to, it's a rendition of Title 42, I guess. But here's the concern. The concern is that we are potentially headed towards a war. And it's because of a misunderstanding. And if you've been following me for several months, you know that I've been saying that a war is going to happen because of a misunderstanding or a miscalculation or a misfire. One of those three things. Okay? Well, it looks like it's because of a misunderstanding. Okay? Look at this right here. It says drone attack in Jordan complicates Biden's effort to contain the Israel-Hamas war. Well, I want to read you what went down this past weekend. Okay? Look at this. It says, first appearing in the Wall Street Journal, that U.S. forces protecting operations in the region may have mistaken the enemy drone for a U.S. one that was returning to its base about the same time. Believing it was an American drone, they allowed it to cross unchallenged into the base. Here's what happened. So the way that these three soldiers lost their lives and another 34, I believe, became critically injured is because a U.S. drone was coming back from a operation. They're coming back. They're flying into the base. Well, right behind it, maybe not a couple feet, but a little bit behind this U.S. drone came another drone. And so, according to the reports from the Wall Street Journal, they're saying that the base just assumed that was another U.S. drone. Well, it wasn't. It was the enemy drone, and that was the one that took the lives of 3 U.S. service members. That is the problem. Again, it was a mistake. Okay? It was simply a mistake. Now, this is where many people here in the United States say we cannot make these mistakes. And one mistake that we're making is we are putting the whole entire United States under pressure. And so, it's coming to this convoy. This convoy that they say they're going to take our border back convoy. Now, it's heading through central Texas. It's going to go towards Eagle Pass. I believe it's going to be about 20 miles away from Eagle Pass where they stop. But here's the thing. This convoy doesn't want any confrontation. They just want to show leaders that, this is what they want. We need to protect our border. And if this is one way to get you to see what we're doing, then this is what we're going to do. We will stay here. We will keep driving. We will keep showing our support. But the leadership has to do something. Well, here's what I can tell you. If we are so concerned about this war over in the Middle East, and this does take place, well, here's what's going to happen. In the United States, the big concern, okay, is that the border has been open for years. And the big concern is that there are already potential terrorists here in the United States. The FBI has warned us. Homeland Security has told us multiple times that there's already sleeper cells here in the United States, especially from a group like Hezbollah, which is another Iranian-backed militia. So we know these groups are here. But the real concern is, what is going to happen if the United States decides to attack Iran? Does Iran give these Hezbollah militants the green light to conduct an attack on U.S. soil? Well, Texas is already under attack. But it's the rest of the United States. That's the concern. Places like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Seattle, right? Denver, bigger cities. That's what everyone's concerned with. So, all I can tell you is we're going to keep things, going forward. I will keep you updated as soon as we get any more information. We do know that there are some major threats. The threat level actually has elevated over the past few months. And the reason we know that is, for one, the FBI and local law enforcement have said so. But here's the real thing that we've noticed. All those police departments, the FBI as well, that have talked about cuts to their police force, guess what? They've actually reversed course. They say they cannot cut their police force because that would reduce security. That would reduce the police officers, which are absolutely needed at this time that we're seeing an influx of new people in the United States that we have no clue what they're here for or what their intentions are. So, I promise as soon as we get any more information, I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates, but that is what we know as of today. So again, Thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.